like this. I 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 like this.
Shuck it, duck it.
Shuck it, duck
it.
What's up, people?
Hey, everybody.
We
as always, hello, boys. How are you? And lady, it's good to see you. I don't know where your counterpart. She can hide, but she can't run. We know she's somewhere in Athens, Georgia. Tell her, come on and stop shucking and jiving.
She's in a meeting. And then I'll just let you open up from now on, since while I was talking, you just took over.
I didn't take over. I just wanted to, you were speaking, and I always say, hello, boys. That's my trademark. And I'm through talking now.
No, I'm going to let you just open up from now on. You open up from now on. That's your job.
Well, I just say hello, boys. Where's Robert?
Well, Robert is say he'll be a little late. He's out. He had an appointment he had to keep, and Bernard is handling the emergency. Jamal is still at Georgia Southern handling a conference, and who else? Tiffany is in a conference also.
And Athens. That's what we were just talking about her as well.
Yeah, I don't know where she's at with hers.
She live in Athens, correct?
I know where she live at, but I'm saying she's at a conference. I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
Tanya live in Savannah, but she's at a conference in Atlanta.
I noticed a couple things about you. You kind and gentle to most of the people, and you hard towards me. And Shawn Brown picked that up.
Have I changed?
No, Shawn picked that up. I mean, you don't have to be that way at all. You kind. You say Jamal is this and that person is this, and you know.
Ivan Cohen defended you just now. He said, Julius, Charlie didn't take over. He's just being assertive.
That is a form of taking over. He's checking your IQ out.
Hey guys, Charlie missed those big old burgers. Those burgers was lacking of meat. They weren't big. Oh yeah, the buns were big.
You know what your biggest problem is? You're just a hater of Charlie Brown. That's what it is. You just hate Charlie Brown because I'm a star and you're not. Sonya, You know, where that ugly dog come from? What that dog name?
Hey,
Window dog?
That's
You know
Mister.
where the next meal gonna come from.
This is Mister. This is Mister. He kind of runs the house around here and everything. Even my big dog,
Well,
runs
we
the house.
killed one dog, Nola. We're gonna have to kill Mister
No,
too. Then.
no.
No,
Nola is right here, and
Son,
sit
what's your dog name?
Mister.
Nola.
Oh,
That's pretty cute. My dog named Heather Bell. She's in the backyard right now doing her business.
Heather Bell.
Heather Bell.
Yeah. Okay.
Heather Bell.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and
That didn't
Kwanzaa
have your
coming
name
up
on.
this month.
That didn't have your name on. Look like it was my name.
Well, Julius, I was just wishing everyone, because tomorrow is December the 1st.
25
Merry
days of
Christmas.
Yeah. Y'all stay tuned to all our shows. We're going to be doing a whole lot. We got some bike giveaways. We got some gas card giveaways. We got
Wow.
that we're going to be doing for Christmas. So y'all stay tuned. Charlie Brown will be giving everything away. How, I don't know, but we'll figure it out in the next couple of days. All the shows, we'll probably be trying to give away some items.
Julius,
So
would you tell them we're going to come out to your house as well and grill some Charlie Brown burgers? You need to tell the guests where you live at so they can get burgers.
On 54th, right off of
No.
That's where I live. What? I'm talking about, you're talking about the out of town house. The in-town house is over there on 54th off of Warnock. That's what
you know how to shut me down, don't you?
Yeah, Shawn, don't forget. Bring all the family too, Shawn. They got a big backyard.
I love
General discussion, y'all. General discussion.
Wendy Williams is the general discussion.
Wendy Williams, general discussion. Y'all didn't give me any general discussion. Did y'all give me any others? We could have more than one.
Well, general discussion is not necessarily your topic. It's any topic we care to share. Your problem is you're a little Hitler, whatever.
Well, did you give me any topics that I could put up there? Then that would have been up there. Anyway, Wendy Williams is back, y'all.
How is she back? I saw her on something she could barely stand.
And I heard she just got kicked off. I mean, like, they took $10 million from her.
She makes $10 million a year doing her show. She's back now, but she's not on her show anymore. She's going to start a podcast real soon, in the next couple of months or the next couple of weeks. She's going to have a podcast that she's going to be doing. So Wendy Williams is back. So all y'all Wendy Williams fans.
Well, didn't she start out like that?
Yeah.
Like a radio
she was a radio disc jockey, right?
Podcast, radio personality, same thing.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So
I'm happy for her.
Yeah, because she does not need to be on camera.
No.
I hate to say it, but like literally.
Even in her good days, she did not have a camera face.
What year was that? Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Because I need to see a good year.
So do Julius Hall have a good camera face? I'm saying.
Yeah, Julius is fine. Julius is fine.
Yours look good like that right there.
It's just that Wendy, she's always gone. She's gone through several looks.
Hey, Sonya.
Like I lie to you not. I
There.
swear I thought Wendy Williams was the first transgender doggone person.
Wow.
I lie to you not.
Wow.
I hate to say it, but I was I literally told my daughters, I said, look, see, I told y'all, they're trying to bring it on TV now. They're trying to introduce it. But like, literally, I thought she was like any day now she's gonna come out and say, I'm a man.
Yeah, well, she did have some big features
And some big ass hands. You know?
Ivan Goin, what's up? Charles Mars, what's up? Malvise, what's up? Dr. Betty Jones, how y'all doing? Glad to have y'all out there. Y'all share. Got Sonia Stanley out down there in Atlanta, Georgia. Share. We're everywhere now. They're talking about Wendy Williams and talking about she got some big feet. Talking about she was the first. Oh Lord, I really don't even want to repeat that. Sonia talking about she thought she was a man too. Everybody thought Wendy was a man.
Exactly.
Until she married the man.
Like something about that. Hey, that don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Well,
I know
they're getting divorced now, and that's how we know what she was making.
Yeah.
And that's how we know what they were making.
But she had the little boy, Kelvin is her son, I think, Kelvin with a K. She got a one son, and I think Wendy have some pretty interesting guests, and she have a pretty good following. So it'll be interesting to see how the podcast do. She really popular lady with a lot of people. She was very popular with her when she was a disc jockey over in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So, Charlie, in your younger days, would you date Wendy Williams?
Hell no.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I try to look at a person from the inside versus the outside. That's the kind of person I am. If the person is ugly, image to the bone, that person can be a beautiful cook, and I worry about eating more than everything else. So that should clear things up.
I'll starve to death first.
Yeah.
Well, like you don't eat too much, that's Shawn.
Hey, I apologize. And that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. I guess that's the problem, because I starve first, doggone it. I don't eat everybody cooking. I don't eat everybody cooking.
That's true. You can't.
Well, you know, in general discussion, there's a lot going on around the country. We had a little problem today in Savannah. We had almost 100 policemen. When I say 100, but not all police, was the U.S. Marshal. It was the FBI showed up. Georgia State Patrol, the county policeman, the city policeman. It was a lot of people. Julius and I, we put our heads together, and we feel like they wanted to run a test and to see what it would be if something like that do go down in Chatham County. But rather than a test or not, it turned out to be a test.
Yeah,
because it was a host.
Yeah, I
thought sure it was a drill, but it turned out not to be a drill or a shooting. It happened to be a hoax. Somebody was playing a prank. And
right.
Now they got the FBI hot on their tail. Shaundra, you said that it happened in Texas too, also last week.
Yeah, it happened in Texas about 3 weeks ago. You know, several counties, and Houston just happened to be one of them. And they found the person immediately, and they're facing 10 years for each charge.
Whoa.
So, so
I'm glad you brought that up, Shaundra. Houston, you said the words Houston. Listen. And I apologize. This might be off strip and everything. You do not boil the water, and then when you drink that water, you want to drink that steam. You know what I'm saying? It's like the steam that you want to drink, not the water. Because when you boil the water, you're concentrating the contaminants into the water. You understand? You're letting the water evaporate and the contaminants come into the water. They've been giving out bad information. They've been telling people to boil water before they drink it. They need to, it's the evaporation that they want to drink, not the condensation and
evaporation.
No, because you let it, and that's what I'm saying. You literally have to go out. I mean, like the water has to pass over, and cool down, and that's pure water. You understand?
Yeah. I mean,
it's you have to distill that water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a distillation process, but you don't drink that water. If you boil salty water just gets saltier.
I did
You
not know
understand?
that.
Yes, salty water just gets saltier. You have to drink the condensation from the water.
But the condensation it turned into water drinkable.
That's exactly.
That's interesting.
Exactly. And what they're saying is what they're putting out there over the media, ball water and all that other stuff. No, you get the bigger concentration of.
Excuse me, how we get on damn H2O boiling water when we talk about
because it's general discussion. My bad. And she's
Julius, he's right. It's general discussion, but
we weren't finished with school. We can't just do general discussion and mix it in like it's some Cheerios or some Fruit Loops or nothing.
But the thing is that we should have never been on school shooting because that's one of the actual bullet points of our agenda.
Exactly. That's why I hopped to it because Charlie jumped the gun.
Yeah.
And
let's just go back to general discussion of things that's not on our agenda.
Well, we are already on school shooting now, so y'all might want to discuss it. We ain't no sense in going back. We there now.
Well, it was a whole waste of resources, you know, and you know what I hate about Black people? Social media.
Yes.
I hate social media about Black people because I have a video on my phone right now of this girl going live. And first of all, you know, she was out next to Hubert Middle School. And she started the video off by saying, I hear all these polices, which that made me stop right there because anytime you hear people saying polices, which that's not a word, you know, that's not horror. But then she was talking about, oh, you hear the shooting? Do you hear the shooting? And there was no shooting, you know. There was no shooting, but you're live, you know, scaremongering, you know, and I'm like, please, people. And it was all of this stuff. And how does Facebook have the number of people and all of this, but the Board of Education, the police, you know, the news media, nobody has anything, but social media got everything.
Yeah, and I was talking to people who was talking to the kids in the school, and I was telling them, I said, it sounds like it's a hoax, and sound like it's a drill. And they said, no, it's live. It's live. My homeboy just told me they got 3 people shot, 6 more injured.
Yep. I got the same thing. I see that cover, that Cub Scout sign. What you trying?
Oh no, that's the Cub Scout sign. I just was trying to get turned to speak for a minute. I think the most dangerous thing, more dangerous than a gun, is social media. Social media can kill. Social media can destroy. I am concerned that social media is going to be detrimental to us because it is so powerful. I think it's a new weapon, and if it's used right, it can hurt a lot of people.
Ooh, you said so much. You saying so much.
Yeah.
Preach.
And the honest truth is it's being used so wrong.
Yeah.
You know, social media is being used so wrong, you know, especially by a lot of people. People are bullying on it, but people are spreading misinformation. That's why so many people died during the height of the pandemic. You know,
exactly.
when they were spreading the misinformation. Oh no, if you're black, you can't get it. That was in the first 4 days of the pandemic. If you're black, you can't get it because it's something in our pigments that won't allow us to get it. Meanwhile, you had 10,000 bodies stacking up.
Correct. And that's where the danger. And you're right. And that's where the danger. I don't care. Big head down there, shake his head. That's where the danger at. Misinformation is going to hurt people. And when it hurt people, for instance, I got the rumor that it was 6 killed and 10 injured. And I'm saying, suppose I got a grandkid go there and I have a heart attack because I'm thinking something might have happened to my grand. It is dangerous. And whether you want to buy it or not, we got to try to do something to control that because this misinformation is hurting us. She said something so profound. And she said, it's black people can't get it. And while the bodies stack up, and that's why so many blacks got it, because they believe they couldn't get it.
Well, let me defend social media.
Go ahead, old great one. Go right ahead.
Because as usual, y'all all wrong again. And I'm
okay.
Social media is the best thing since sliced bread.
No.
No, it's not. Go ahead. Go ahead, Julius. Go ahead.
It's the best thing since sliced bread. It is our fastest way of communication to get things communicated that we've ever seen in this lifetime. There is no better source of spreading information because if you continue to let the mainstream media give it, they're going to give you the news as they always do every day, the way that they want to. So you have to be able to discern what information is correct and what is wrong in social media. I immediately said that it was it had to be a drill or a hoax because I saw 8 police cars lined up on Gwinnett Street and they all started going that way. And I said, why are they lined up? It's like a drill. So I thought it was a drill. And I told people, I said, they just acting like it's a drill. And then I turned the corner and went down to the Civic Center to go vote. And I'm at the stop sign at the red light. No, I was at the stop sign after I passed the red light, right in front of the Civic Center. And 3 emergency vehicles pull up on the side. The lights blaring, the horns blaring, everything. Emergency, right? They going towards Savannah State, but they stopped and let somebody cross the street.
Yeah.
You ain't letting no emergency.
No, you ain't letting nobody cross the damn street if it's a school shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're not saying, first of all, nobody's saying it's not the most powerful thing. We're aware of that. We say it's dangerous. It's how it's being used. And we do understand that. Your IQ don't go there. So don't you hand that to the people like we don't know it's the most powerful form of information and communication. We're not saying that. You don't have a bunch of idiots on here. I'm sorry you don't have the doctors on here tonight when they blur out stuff, blah, 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 blah. And everybody say, oh, they are right. They don't necessarily be right because they don't have common sense sometimes. Nobody deny and say it wasn't the most powerful thing because it is. What I'm saying is the most dangerous. It's dangerous than a gun. It's a danger thing. It can do harm, which it already doing.
Yeah.
That's what we saying.
So but also, Julius, when just like in 2016, do y'all remember when the police went and raided that pizza parlor? I think it was in New York because they claim, somebody on social media claimed that they had, they were holding kids in there or something. It was something about the QAnons and some type of children predator ring or whatever that had to do with a pizza parlor and everything. And then the next thing you know, police coming swarming in there while people eating their dinner or lunch or whatever, and it's a whole big thing, you know. And that derived from social media,
and that's the danger. But Julius is absolutely right. It have to be. You gotta identify what's not, but that's where the difficult. All I'm saying, and what Shaundra is saying, is it's danger. That's all.
Well, y'all notice in Iran, my bad, Iran.
Yeah, you better.
You close enough. You don't have to be that political correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to address that.
Iran and the China right now.
Yes.
There's social unrest, and how do they deal with it? The first thing that they did, cut off social media.
Yep.
Right.
And now everything's calming down.
Okay, so you thought they were right by doing that?
No, I'm saying it's a weapon.
Okay, it is a weapon, but it's a weapon. You got the good outweigh the bad. We wouldn't be right now. We wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for social media. We would not be giving the people the information that we're giving them if it wasn't for social media.
I agree.
This technology is amazing. The technology for social media, the cell phone, for the internet, all these things, y'all got to step into the 20s.
Doesn't mean it's not bad.
Yeah, I understand.
Doesn't mean it's not bad.
Right.
Doesn't mean
Julius,
it's not
you're
bad.
absolutely right.
It's a weapon, though. It's a weapon. The police carry the weapons every day. The police carry a weapon.
Thank you, Shawn.
Whether they're killing somebody with it or whether they're using it to save a life. It's a weapon.
You do know that this ink pen
is a weapon.
It's a weapon. But I can use it for good.
Right? It can be used to write, or it can be used to shank somebody.
Okay.
Right.
Julius. Charlie Brown is actually a nice guy, but he's been taught to kill in the military.
Julius, you know that pen is powerful. Look at some of the stuff you have written, and some of the stuff have hurt so many people. Why you cut that out? Why you hold that pen up? You and I been fraternizing for the last 30 years, and that pen have been very powerful. It have been very negative, but positive too. You make the dad want to get up and slap you.
Hey, you see what my shirt say, right? You see what the shirt say?
A lot of times you're wrong. A lot of times.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We see.
What
you say a lot of times?
I can't remember any times. Charlie, can you remember any times? I'm just trying to figure out. Can you remember any times, Charlie?
Well, that's why y'all got the mayor that you got. But anyway, I digress. But you doubt.
I'm trying to figure out any times that I am.
Okay.
Let's say hello to all our people that's watching out there that we haven't called out. Rudell Young, Malvise Hakeem Robinson, Dr. Betty Jones, Sonia Stanley in Atlanta, Diane Brown Dowse, Ivan Cohen, good evening. Y'all, we thank y'all for watching. Casey Dixon in Jacksonville, Florida. Brother, what's happening? Rufus Bright, Minister Rufus Bright, Councilman Rufus Bright out of Port Wentworth. Good evening to all of y'all. Y'all share.
Thank you.
To watch and share, please.
Please tell them, in order for us to stay on the air, you must share. We, the guests on the show and the hosts on the show, we got to share as well. This media is one of the most powerful. We're not saying it's not, but we also saying that we trying to use it the correct way and give people two things. When people fail, when community fail, it's lack of information and lack of knowledge. Yes. And the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it open. Keep what you need and let the rest go.
We got some comments from some of our people. It happened. Sonia said it happened in 2 cities up north. and it also happened in 6 Georgia counties and 1 in South Carolina also, because it happened in McIntosh, Glen, which is down in Brunswick, Valdosta, Chatham, and someplace else, and then
Evans County, Claxton, Georgia.
Yeah. So it happened a lot of places. And like Sonya said, it's not social media, it's the users of the platform. And Ivan said, Fannie Lou, the person you referred to, ain't been the same since the ice bucket challenge.
I've been coining this, all right.
The operative word is people. Somebody said, teach Julius. Sonya did. Technology could be good and bad, Rufus Bright said. And Ivan Cohen say, fingertips and keyboards are lethal weapons. That's right. These are lethal weapons. Facebook is not. My brother down in Jacksonville, Stud Dixon. And then we got the parachute only works when it's packed right, Charlie. So, Ivan, do you think it'll hold Charlie up?
Well, but it goes right back to it. A parachute only works when it open up. So if it ain't packed right, it's not going to open up. So you're dealing with the wrong person when you come at Charlie Brown. You better come right when you come at me, because I come back at you.
That sounds like a rigger.
I got one more open discussion since it's not on our agenda.
Go right ahead.
Y'all ex-president not knowing who's coming to dinner, but he's hosting.
We got that. We got that. This already down at the end.
Where? I didn't see it. Where? I'm looking at the agenda.
No, did you look on?
No, I looked at the original agenda. So.
It is right there. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's last.
You was talking about him running.
I told you to look at your text. I sent it to you in text. All that is in. All that is part of him running. He went to dinner with Trump. Okay. All that is the same thing. We're gonna talk about that at the end. We already finished with general discussion. We are in school shooter. We're about to be finished with school shooting in a minute, and we're gonna go down. We got 4 or 5 more subjects to go.
Okay.
That is one of them.
Next subject.
How do we stop the copycats?
Arresting them.
Now that is,
I believe that's what the school shooting is on.
That is why. That is one. That is a reason that is dangerous, because you got a lot of copycat. Now that makes it dangerous. It's a lot of copycat.
And for them, do you think that they should read the manifestos, or should they put it out there on social media? Because I feel like not everybody can handle all the information that's out there. Some people, it's like when you read a book, you can't read a book from the middle pages. You have to read the beginning and you have to read the end.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You can't read from the middle. But on social media, if all you hearing is somebody sitting back saying, "Oh, this never happened," and it's like they didn't read the beginning or they didn't read the end. All that in the middle.
It's like a lot of sound bites you getting at. It's sound bite here. And what happened, a lot of people live on sound bite and don't know exactly what some of the key stuff go with those sound bite, because they don't know the backstory. And that's the biggest problem. And they had a sound bite and don't know nothing about the backstory because they didn't read the backstory. They started in the middle, like you say, Shawn. I understand.
And I think we need classes. Like, if they're going, social media is new to schools. You know what I'm saying? New to schools, new to us. It just landed in our lap. I think that they need to maybe make a college course, or maybe a course in school for kids to, hey, don't believe everything you read in here. You know what I'm saying? It's already I know, I understand the critical race theory and all that other stuff, CRT that they're trying to stop and all this other stuff, but you're not going to stop it. That's not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stop. Why? Because as long as there's a pain, as long as there's a leak in the dam, damn it, we got to find out where the water coming from. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So
eventually, that crack will turn into a larger crack, and then before you know it, you got major problem going on. Because I've seen little cracks turn into major floods because of that little crack. So,
well, that's true. We're gonna get on to our next subject, and our next subject is Walker versus Warnock.
Boy, that's a good one.
Walker versus
I
Warnock.
think it's getting worse for Walker. I think it's getting worse. It's like, dude, fall off while you still can, because like they're digging the holes to find more. Like pretty soon he's gonna wash away. Now they're finding his tax records in Texas. Like, hey, you registered to vote in Texas and all this stuff.
But though, Shawn, my problem is they know that he lives in Texas. He says that the house in Georgia he rents out, that he's claiming that he lives in, and they should be able to do something about that. If it was local, they would be doing something about it. But they let the federal people do whatever the hell they want until they want to bother somebody and prosecute who they want to prosecute. They prosecute people for living in one district and going to school in another. Gave a lady 5 years for sending her kids to school out of her district.
Wow.
But they want to let this idiot live in Texas and run in Georgia, which is a federal crime, and they're doing nothing about it.
And to prove what you just said, oh great one, I used to have that title and I give it to you. He taking tax credit for 2021 and 2022. And the penalty in Texas supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, $1,500. And they say he owed $3,000 to Texas for doing that. That's perfect example. And that's the only penalty he's going to get. And as soon as he lose, which he will, he gonna pack up, and guess where he going back to?
Back to Texas.
Because he been living there for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Because he'd rather be a werewolf than a vampire. Do something about that.
What they should,
I know what you're saying.
What they should be doing is the same thing that they did to you, Julius. Removing his name from the ballot. They should be doing that.
And because it needs to be a challenge. Somebody needs to challenge.
Somebody needs to challenge.
Yeah, because then he got to be human to run also. They don't let the dogs run. They don't let a cat run. They don't let a vampire run. And they damn sure he want to be a werewolf. They ain't going to let a werewolf run. So, why would they let him run?
Can I tell a joke?
Than a vampire.
Can I tell a joke? I'm going to tell you about there's 3 cows. 3 pregnant cows. Is
that the joke of the night? Because
joke
of the night.
Okay. I'm gonna tell a joke about 3 pregnant cows.
Yeah.
Tonight. All right.
Shawn, you like that? Shawn, Julius, Shawn like that. I like you, Shawn. We gotta meet up. I gotta buy you a drink.
Hey, for real.
But
I heard the 3 cow joke.
At the
I
end
gotta
of the
hear
day,
the 3 cow joke. It better be funny, damn much as Shawn laughing. Yeah. Shawn might want to tell it. Shawn got a comedy show coming on the network. In the next at the first of the year, Shawn has a comedy show coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Uncle Shawn.
Yep, still in the works.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll support it, Shawn. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will you have guests on your show to come visit you and talk with you?
I'm going to try my hardest to.
Okay.
I'm going to try my hardest to. Yes,
Well,
I am.
let me ask you one other question. Is Wonder Dog going to be there? Wonder when the next bone going to come from? I'm just wondering.
See, you got a comedian right there, Shawn. You need to have with you.
I see that. I see that.
All right, go ahead, Julie. What next on the agenda?
Hey,
What's next on the agenda?
Was we finished with Herschel?
Oh, okay. Well, Herschel.
You know, the thing is, get out and vote. Everybody needs to get out and vote.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't even voted yet because the lines were so long, and then it rained. Right, it was about 75 people in the Civic Center, and I passed by after it started raining. It was 5 people. I done missed my turn, so I went around the block and came back, Charlie. It was 75 people in line.
My God.
I
can believe
you
that.
guys are setting records.
I can believe that. They set a record. They set a record, if I'm not mistaken, Monday.
Yeah.
More people voted Monday than any other. I think it was Monday, right, Sonia?
Mm-hmm.
And more people voted in Georgia on one single day on Monday than any other time.
Oh, my goodness.
Over Sunday.
Y'all should see the voting lines here in Liberty County.
Really?
There are none. Like literally, there are none.
You know,
like literally, we have no lines.
But yeah, they said
they should be able to pass
Georgia
it around
for a runoff. You know, because we don't usually come out for no runoffs. You know, so
I think what's sad, and it is sad, is that imagine Herschel goes to Washington. It's not about them taking control. They got enough to be in control now, the Senate. It's what you bring back home to your constituent, your people back. Herschel don't have that ability to do what Raphael Warnock does. And that's what we should be concerned about. They got the control of the Senate. Herschel can't do that. The guy just don't have it. And I'm going to prove it because I'm going to tell the 3 pregnant cow joke. Let's wait and see.
But I wouldn't
He's a
trust
yes
him.
man.
Herschel
is one of them guys that is going to sit back and say, hey, how you think I should vote?
You're right. You're right.
How you think I should vote? Huh?
Well, first he's going to be like, how you use this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
They going to say,
oh my goodness, you just don't understand how much I hate the cute dumb niggas. I mean, and I apologize for saying it.
Yeah, you can't say that word.
Yeah.
My bad. But the cute
dumb Negroes.
Dumb Negroes.
Yeah.
The ones that get helped in school because he's so pitiful. He's so big and clumsy and so pitiful that it's so cute. I don't like that. I don't like that. I didn't like that.
He didn't graduate though. I mean, so obviously they didn't think he was that cute because he didn't graduate from nobody's college.
I'm gonna tell you the rumors I've been hearing, but I've been aware of that. The rumors I heard, they told Herschel to take the $25 million because he was not going to graduate from University of Georgia. And the rumors I heard, someone was doing his work for him. Mm-hmm. And up to that point, and they could not give him a degree. So when Donald Trump came along way back then with the New Jersey Generals and offering $25 million, they told him to take it. You already won the Heisman. It's no need coming back because you can't get a degree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why do you go to college? Why do people go to college in the first place? To make more money with their degrees. $25 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and he couldn't have got a degree in basket weaving. It's just nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. And you supposed to represent me? You can't. You couldn't. I had to represent. I had to do your homework in school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to do your work in school, but you now got to speak for me in the Senate? Nah. I think I could choose better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could choose better.
I don't even know where Riceville is, but that must be the most retarded backwards county in the Georgia Union. I don't know.
It's close to Dublin.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Yeah.
You just put a second piece of the puzzle together. Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
Julius, before we get off of Herschel, you know you have to have the SAT score, right?
Yeah.
ACT
again, I can't prove any of this. This is just what I'm saying. These are rumors. They say they had a guy to do the SAT for him and then put Herschel name on it, and they turned it in, and that's how he got in the University of Georgia.
Well, I can believe that. I believe that.
Well, you got to think of how long ago it was and how crooked it was and all that. They actually came out with a whole nother test since the SAT back then so that athletes could get in. Was the ACT. Mm-hmm. Right. They came up with the ACT since then because athletes wasn't getting in under the SAT because they had to cheat to get the athletes into it. You know.
Okay. So, we're going to have the joke of the week as soon as we come back from commercials. All right? The joke of the week. So, Charlie, get ready for that 3 cow joke, whatever it is, some kind of
3 pregnant cows.
The 3 whatever cows. Y'all, and we'll be ready for that. Okay?
All right.
Here we go.
The city of Savannah has always been known for its African-American culture, especially in the 5th District, where I live. Over 50 years ago, my mother and father developed a home in the 5th District, in Liberty City to be exact. And since that time, we have lost our voice and struggled to find the really great leadership that makes us really proud. Our culture, our heritage, and our land have been questioned. But if you join me, Robert Bryant, next year in 2023, we can get to work and believe in change that we can all be proud of. So join me, let's believe in a change, and together we will make the District 5 a stronger. Thank you.
Hey, that's Dr. Bryant. Y'all running for the 5th. That's y'all man.
Man, I got to live in the 5th District in order to vote in the 5th District.
I pray that he gets it. God, they need a voice.
Unless you can rent a house over there.
All right.
And pretend you live there, and then you can get an absentee ballot for Midway, and you can vote for Robert Bryant.
Hey,
Herschel doing it in Texas to Georgia.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Are you ready for the joke, Julius?
Joke of the day.
All right. It was this big old restless bull, and he was walking up and down the fence trying to figure out how to get over on the other side. Now he already had 3 cows over on his side, and there were 3 pregnant cows. But he kept looking across this fence, and he kept looking, at these cows in a far distance. Then all of a sudden, he got enough nerve one day to jump that fence after he cut up all his belly and all under all his chest cut up. He finally got to see the other cows, and guess what they were?
They were pregnant too.
No,
What?
they were bull too. Just like him. Herschel told that joke. Y'all know Herschel told that joke. Julius, quit. You know Herschel told
What
that
kind of damn joke was that?
That was a joke of the week.
That's Herschel's joke.
That's what Herschel told the audience about.
What did that joke even mean?
When he get to Washington, he gonna find a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers like him.
Right. That's it, Shawn. You hit it on the head.
You know what? I mean, that's some of that just word stew that he uses, and all of those Caucasians just be up there.
They won't to show him. They want to showcase him. How dumb he is.
You know,
I'm like, what are y'all clapping for? Did y'all understand what he just said?
Exactly.
He left all what he was saying. He left all his responsibility behind. These 3 pregnant bulls and wanted to get over some more. Cows to get over at some more cows, and it turned out to be a bull. Bull like him.
Harrison said Herschel can't even spell SAT.
Yeah, Betty, yeah, someone did take his test, Trump's test.
Until 3 years ago, there was a Confederate flag in the courthouse in Wrightsville, Georgia. This is a hearsay. I saw it myself.
Thanks for sharing that.
Pastor Small said he saw the flag 3 years ago, Confederate flag, in front of the courthouse.
Do you know he don't have not one single black friend that he called his friend? All his friends are white. I got that from an inside source, for real.
He probably got one of the linemen that ran that.
None.
Not even the lineman that blocked for him. All
Does Tiger Woods have more black friends than him?
Yes.
Yeah.
If Tiger got more friends than him.
That's deep. That's deep.
You know, but that's sad about the Confederate flag, but I know he's telling the truth because they treat Herschel like he's the head black person that took water for them in Wrightsville.
Yeah. And
that's sad.
He's a little disgrace. He is. He is.
I mean, call it for what it is.
He is a little.
No, he's a big disgrace. I'm sorry.
Well,
Shaundra, I agree with you, my friend.
Well, we got I know it was something that we missed when we're on the school shootings part. I hate to go back to it, but I got to.
That's all right.
Because while we're on this Herschel Walker thing, we had somebody in Savannah that displayed themselves to be Herschel Walker also. And it's a city council person here. And we're going to rename her Linda Herschel Walker Wilder. Brian.
What? What happened?
She went off on the police live, arguing with the police about the school shooting today. And it was a hoax. And she was there on Facebook Live.
What?
Yeah, she demanded answers, wanting to get into the school like she going to use her gun in the school and stop the school shooting. You know, you're an elected official. Your job is to sit back and not cause chaos.
Exactly.
Your job is to make sure that all those people out there that you calm all of them.
Right.
That's your job. And she get there, she causing more damn confusion than the people.
Wow.
That happened today?
Today.
Yes.
At the school
That's
shooting.
not good.
At the school hoax.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
No, she need to do a public apology because the people who got wind of it, it leave a bad taste. It's not good.
Her
that's not all.
Probably posted.
That's not all for Shaundra's friend. That's not all Shaundra's friend did.
Oh, they friends. I didn't know that.
That's not all she did. Then she got on there and she said that the black police officer was so rude and she's finished with you people, you black people.
What?
Quit.
Stop playing. Say it ain't so.
I know you're not making this up, but quit.
Well, maybe she meant police officers.
Well, she meant y'all black people and y'all black people anyway. Y'all Negroes is something else.
Wow.
Maybe she meant police officers.
Oh, you think? So you?
Oh, so it's different than black people and black police officers.
Maybe she just meant black police officers. Maybe she meant police officers. Maybe she didn't mean black people.
Here it is, right here.
Oh my God, he got it.
You asked her what she meant.
She went on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
that weapon y'all were talking about. She utilized that weapon on Facebook. I tell you, it's the people. It's not the platform. It's the people on the platform. You know, and she put a sitting elected official, instead of calming things down, she ratcheted it up and got ratchet. She cray for real. She cray for real thing. I don't even know who works. Let's take a vote. Because it's kind of close, and we got to really let America wants to know who's worse. Herschel Walker.
Oh no, you don't.
Herschel Walker Bryan. Which is worse?
It's Herschel. Because
I think it's a tie.
I'm going to abstain.
And the reason why I say that is because Linda can make good points. You know.
Yeah, when
she's a smart person.
When somebody tell them to her, she probably can.
She's pretty smart. No, Linda Wilder Bright
is very smart.
Pretty smart person, and you know some things she do. I don't know why she do, but I guess it's her constituent over in the third, and they keep voting for her, and she will keep the office. That's all I could say about her. She says some stuff sometimes scare poor Charlie Brown half to death. And, you know, I'm old. And you know, old people can't handle too much pressure.
Okay, before we go into our next subject, we got a few. Ivan said it was slightly better than your last one you told Charlie. He said, Charlie, Dave Chappelle, Steve Harvey, and Bill Hughley, you are not. Like Stanley said, now that's priceless. Maybe Linda trying to get some street creds. Yeah, that's what she said. She already street cred. She already street cred up. Diane Brown Dow said, yes, she did. She did go on there acting a darn fool. Then she was on go on there and read her stuff. She trying to
thank you, Pastor Smalls. Thank you. See, because they always jumping on me.
What'd he say? I'm looking.
He said, "Don't do that to me."
I understand. See, I don't know how long you've known her, but I've known her and her family since I was 10 years old, and I'm now 58. Yes, she meant that. And Diane Brown Dow said they both are the same crazy.
Wow.
I think that she's just passionate about certain things.
Brother Savannah says 11 months until we deliver the change. That is absolutely correct. Change is coming, and it won't be like that. You know, I helped MC that. Me and Pastor Smalls, we MC'd their coming out at Forsyth Park. The press didn't even show up to see them. You know, the press didn't even show up to see them. And I had it as a memory in my phone a while ago, but it popped up. But I emceed it at Forsyth Park. They rolled up in limousine and jumped out and gave their speeches. And I introduced all of them and everything.
I remember Julius.
Staying true is Alicia Miller Blakely. She's staying true to what she said she'll do, fight for the people. And I don't know what happened
I
to
can
the rest
remember.
of them. I meant to put this thing out they had out, Charlie, saying they got this thing where Nick Palumbo, Curtis Purdy, Dietrich, and Linda are going Christmas caroling. Say caroling with the council.
Wow.
On the trolley. They're going to go out throughout the city on the trolley.
Yeah.
Singing Christmas carol. But somebody saw that and redid it for them. And I'm gonna see if I can get it up before tonight. It says sellouts, caroling with the sellouts.
Wow.
I can remember, and then we're gonna get off and go to something else, but I can remember way back when this all started, the four of them, Alain themselves and Dietrich Leggett, was a part of the change of order in City Hall. And that did not take place. And then the mayor say there was a lift that he gonna put into the table.
In the middle of the
so we can sit
it was
down.
the Savannah table. It was the Savannah table.
Yeah.
And I actually almost shed a tear at that, when he was giving that
inauguration.
No, you did shed a tear because you was crying. I looked over there and your ass was crying.
And Julius, I was very concerned and upset at that. How can the mayor not only change, he did manage to change the charter, and they vote every single time, 5 votes. So certain people cannot get anything on the agenda. That's not fair to the city of Savannah. It's not fair to the people because they ran at large. 2 of them ran at large. They ran just like the mayor did. So it's not fair. And the people should latch out and say, this is not allowable. Because if they got something, let them put it on the agenda. You can still vote it down. But you should not stop them from putting it on the agenda. And people should ask, why had nothing got on the agenda from Alethea Blakely, Bonetta Lanier, and Keisha Carter? Nothing.
Yep. Nothing. And that is stifling
with that.
People. That's disenfranchising. Yes.
Julius, say that again, please.
It's voter suppression.
That's correct, Julius.
Yep. And the other thing is that I can't, in all good conscience, as long as the weeping time is not, a thing, I just, I'm just tired.
Sonya and Julius, I know Shawn don't know us that well. He'll get to know us a lot better. But I thought Dietrich Leggett was going to be a maverick because he ran like a maverick. And he talked about how he's going to bring in an usher and change. And all he did is join the Glee Club. And that was so wrong, I think. Be a maverick. You don't have to vote that way all the time and say, I think they should be able to get something on the agenda. Stand up and be a man about it. I'm very concerned about city council and the way it goes, okay?
I mean, well, all I can say is that the next time the people get ready to vote, it won't look like it looks now,
But the people have to know something. What's happening, the people say they're doing a great job because they don't know the backstory. And that's the problem. They don't know what's exactly. They don't know why Alicia can't get nothing on the agenda, why Keisha can't get nothing on the agenda. All they do is vote whatever the 5 of them put on the agenda, and not 6 of them, far as I'm concerned, because Estella was in that same category for a while, the four of them couldn't get nothing on the agenda. Then all of a sudden, she is now with the in crowd, I guess, the Glee Club, I call them.
You know why? They threatened that they would take her mayor pro tem position away from her. And she felt that that mayor pro tem position was more valuable than arguing for the people, for standing up for the right. And so she went and went back to the other side because she did not want to lose her little position as mayor pro tem, which was nothing, because Van is never going to relinquish any type of power to anybody because he has to have all the spotlight all the time, forever. Nobody can outshine him. The reason that he does what he does as mayor of Savannah is because he cannot stand for anybody to outshine him. He will not let Alicia anybody outshine him. It's not going to happen.
In Savannah, Georgia belongs to the citizens and not to one individual. We send them down there to represent us, not to take over. This is not a dictatorship. And Charlie Brown said he was out of politics, but what I see take place is not fair. It's not fair to the blacks. Look over in the first district, and over down what's the name of the streets? Run Augusta Avenue. Look like a third world country, which he represented for 6 years. He did not bring industry in there. He tried to do absolutely nothing. He must go, and the crowd must go, and the citizen got to know what's going on. And I mean that.
And he's delusional. I just was on a trip we took 3 buses down to New Orleans over the weekend.
Oh, you saying Sin City?
And it was a lot of people on there who I did not know, never seen them before in my life. And there's a lot of people that watch these shows. And we are giving information to people that they need. And one lady caught me, and it was her and some more ladies at the table, and they say, Van Johnson isn't fooling us. We're not giving him our vote anymore. And I promise you, I'm not making this up. These ladies talked to me. I didn't know who they were. They were at the table. They called me over. They were talking to my wife, and she called me over and said, these ladies want to talk to you. And they said, don't be discouraged. Just keep doing what you're doing. Then I was walking down the hall, going to the hospitality room, and somebody else stopped me. I didn't know the guy. He stopped and said, hey, man, we behind you 100%. He said, we might not say a whole lot, but we behind. So it's a lot of people that's paying attention and understand that we're not getting what we're supposed to get. Now that there's only 11 months left before the next election, here it is. They trying to put little things out and acting like they've been doing this the whole time. Now you want to act like you part of the black community when you know you're not. There's nothing that has been done. 4 years, you've been 16 years that you were the council person. You knew how Clearview and Bayview looked. Now go over there, and you done been in 3 years into your term, and it still looks the same. You won't even put a garbage disposal over there, one of the big bins to put trash in, knowing how bad it looks over there. You won't work with the people that's over there to try to build a community like you do everywhere else. It's a lot of stuff that needs to be done in this county that isn't being done, especially in the city of Savannah. And it's just
and Julius, I'm gonna say this, and y'all guys open up, please share. I'm gonna say this. If black people think he's doing a great job, in what area Charlie Brown wants to know, please share and put it on the show and tell me where he's doing a good job. Any black people can tell me through the city of Savannah. If you look down Montgomery Street, those progressors are not us. What has he done but block the people who represent you? Ask yourself that question. If he's doing a good job, please come on the show and tell us this is what he's doing good. This is what he have done. And let us know. I don't see nothing he have done to help the black community. Even the ones who are trying to get the liquor license and things of that nature, the blacks are being double checked and turned down when whites are going and keep getting it. I've seen that. Go, Shaundra.
In response to Miss Betty Jones, Miss Betty Jones, Estella Shabazz has not represented the 5th District in a long time. So I don't know, where you I hear your comment. I see your comment saying she even stopped representing the 5th District. She never really did represent the 5th District. I mean, come on. Ever since the baby got shot in the head over there in the 5th District while she was watching TV, she wasn't representing the 5th District. So, in her defense, she has remained consistent. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Shout out.
The one thing that I can say from the outsider looking in, okay, when I was going to school in Savannah, I had to come from Midway and all this other stuff, and I used to always watch the news. Van Johnson as an alderman or councilman, wherever he was, always was on the news. He was always on the news, always commenting, always saying something, always responding to whatever problems or issues was going around Savannah. I literally said, "Oh, that man gonna be the next mayor of Savannah." I literally said that, and
I can believe that.
Now he's there. And y'all saying he's, I don't live in Savannah, and I apologize. I really can't talk crap about him if I don't, he doesn't affect me. But all I know is I seen how he came onto the scene, how he, this man is making himself popular.
He was fighting for the people back then, but now he's not. What'd you say, Charlie?
No, I was telling Shawn, I understand it's not crap. And I literally mean that. It's the truth. I'm saying he have blocked and silenced people. They're not able to get it on the agenda. If you want to be fair, let her get it on the agenda and vote it down. They can't, in the workshop, they vote 5 votes or 6 votes for them not to put anything on the agenda. That's why Keisha Carter, that's why Alita Blakely, Vanetta Lanier hadn't put anything. What we're saying about him is not crap. It's factual. Look at Augusta Avenue. Look over in the area. And tell Black people, please, if you love him so much, great. Tell me, what has he done for you? Downtown, look at what he's doing for downtown. His interest is not you and your community. Tell me, please tell me. Write it in, share, and tell me. You can't tell me because he hadn't done nothing.
And
it's a lot of stuff counting against him. The weeping time, there's no reason why the weeping time shouldn't be in our hands to do what we need to do to preserve that property. There's so much that he had done. The marker downtown to commemorate some asphalt place off of President Street. He put it down in front of City Hall, and he was so proud that he was able to do that. He's so proud to serve somebody else besides us. The man is just a disgrace. It is. Like Ivan Cohen said, the term is black when it's convenient. Pastor Small said Van Johnson does not care for the Black community. He will make some black gestures next year because he thinks we are gullible. That is absolutely correct, Pastor Small. He thinks we're stupid, but we're going to show him that he's the one that's stupid.
And because you show up at every, black event, the fish fries, the this, the that, and you can manage to get yourself on TV every time a camera shows up, does not mean that you're actually doing something. Yeah. Because if you look at the district where he was in the 1st district for 12 whole years.
16 years.
16, sorry. He was in the 1st district for 16 whole years. And if he put a sign up in that district, I would, because I was an economic developer during the time that me and the first Black mayor was putting together.
She cut out.
Right.
Am I back?
No, say it again.
You
say
back.
it again.
You back.
I was an economic developer during the time that me and Mayor Adams were putting together the economic development plans for that area. And not, I want to say not even one of the plans have been implemented in all of those years. And Charlie Brown can tell you, because we were all in the same office.
You know what's so powerful, what she's saying? This show is so important because you're going to get the truth from me. The Browns ran the Entrepreneur Center. We did not have his strong support. And 90% of all the people we helped was grassroots people, down-to-earth people who ran landscaping, cooking business, things of that nature. Van Johnson, I will stand in the eyes of God, say he was not there and was very supportive of what we did. And that's a fact. And I'm not changing. And I'm going to be the first to say they turned around after 8 years we ran it and say the Browns did something wrong. Say we took $500 or less, a one-count indictment on Mrs. Brown and took her to court. And all she ever did is try to help the Black community as much as possible to give these people an opportunity. And he did not support that. I'm telling you, I was there. If anything, he criticized us.
And meanwhile, there was he covered up so much stuff that I do know about, but I won't even go into that because this is only a short show. But what I'm saying is, if he did nothing in 16 years in one small district, why give him a promotion over the whole city? And he's doing nothing.
Well, we thought we were choosing the lesser of two evils. We chose the worst of two evils. I don't believe that Eddie would even thought to do what Van did. Eddie would have negotiated to where there was some common ground, and then Dietrich and Lee and Linda would not have been on Eddie's side. So maybe Eddie should have won. That's our fault. We are sorry to the people of Savannah and the Chatham County, because what happens in Savannah spreads throughout the county, and we will make amends for that.
Julius,
just hold on.
Maybe it's about the head now.
Julius, don't forget to tell them that you and I sit down and I say, Julius, I'm real skeptical about doing this. And we had a long discussion about that.
You did. And you told me you didn't want to help him, but since I was doing it and since you was with the company, you would go ahead and help me out.
That's
and
correct.
You rode around. You sat there with Van. I got pictures of you and Van on the corner in the Highlands holding the signs together. So we did a whole lot. Dietrich, Linda. No, we didn't do nothing for Linda because Linda had a team.
But Dietrich, we did.
Dietrich and Van and Purdy. I took my whole team out there. Didn't charge Purdy a dime. But
I did not go with
Purdy?
you.
I'm bringing my whole team. I'm bringing my whole team.
Charlie Brown didn't go.
Tell Purdy the message. I'm coming back, Purdy, and I'm bringing my whole team with me, okay? So I brought my whole team for you. I'm coming back, and I'm bringing my whole team against you. So you ain't even got to worry about that. I would suggest you get ready because it's coming. One thing I want to tell everybody is that there are some things that are happening that y'all got to pay attention to. The Chamber of Commerce is being turned over to one of Brian Kemp's people now. So the Chamber of Commerce, he came in, and he's now running the Savannah Chamber of Commerce. So they're going to be pouring a whole lot of money into these campaigns. These people will be running against a almost unsurmountable campaign that we have to fight as a team. Their money can't vote. It's going to take us and what we do on the street to make things happen. Their money can't vote. So what we have to do is be united in what we do and make sure that we fight that money, because they're going to throw a whole lot of money at Alicia. They're going to throw a whole lot of money at Keisha. They're going to throw some money at Bernetta. They're going to throw some money at all these races to make sure that this doesn't happen, because they're mad about T-Splosh, for one. They're big mad about T-Splosh. And they're big mad about they didn't do what they needed to do to prevent Keisha and Alicia and Bernetta from getting in, because they helped turn down, with Lester Jackson, turn down the motel sales tax, the hotel sales. What you saying, Charlie?
I just want to put this in perspective. Julius took the whole team with Purdy out there in the 6th district. I did not go. I was against it. But this time, when he take the whole team, I'm planning to go. I did not go the first time because I didn't trust him. He was something about him. I say Julius, but Julius said, we're going to give Purdy a shot, Charlie. And I say, I'm not going, and I did not go. But this time, I'm going. And let the people know he's the wrong one.
That's right. You did tell me you didn't like him, and you said something about him. I don't trust him. He said, because he came in telling us about how he was born, how he was raised as a coal miner's child up in Michigan, and telling us that story, taking us to dinner with him and his husband and his mom, letting us meet.
That's what he said.
I love his mom, but he just betrayed us and did what he did.
He did.
Yeah, and he lied to us, and I don't take lightly that anybody lying to me the way he lied. You cannot, if you're going to advocate for the people, go advocate for the people. Don't go to City Hall and do everything this mayor tells you to do when you know it's not right, when you know it's not helping everybody. You're not helping everybody when you're just helping a few. Exactly. Those few are not feeding everybody. You say, Joe?
Exactly.
No, I just agree with you. And Julius, your passion and your concern, people don't know you want the best for the citizen. You are concerned, and you can hear it in your voice. I know I insult you a lot of time about your nose and your attitude, but at the same time, we love each other. We got our indifference, but you got pure passion. Shaundra got the same kind of passion, and Shawn got to get on board with that ugly red hat. It reminds me of Donald Trump every time I look over there. He got another hat.
I got plenty.
Yeah, okay, that's more like it. Because I got tired of looking at Donald Trump.
I think the red one helped his skin, though. That black one show how black he is.
I see.
If Eddie, Pat Small said this, Eddie DeLoach was the mayor, we would not be fighting for the weeping time. I am guilty of Van also. That's right. Me and Pastor Smalls, we sat there in Bond's restaurant, thinking that we had Van cornered. We thought that if we put Linda and Dietrich, Alicia and Keisha on there with Estella already, Estella was whispering, she always whispering something. I'm so happy that y'all soldiers are here. Why are you whispering? Talk out loud, Estella. You always whispering something. Yeah, I like Estella. That's my friend. But when we talk politics, I do not give any breaks on politics. I don't give my wife a break on politics. She'll tell you that. I tell her just like I feel also. But the thing is, me and Pastor Smalls and Tanya and who else was it? It was about 7 or 8 of us. We all met at Bond's Restaurant, Waters Avenue, and it was Linda, Keisha, Alicia, Dietrich, and we all made this plan that we were going to help. And we said that we knew Van wasn't going to do the right thing. See, we already knew Van wasn't going to do the right thing. We knew him. As mayor, we knew that he would capitulate and do everything that the establishment wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. Because that's his world. That's all he knows is how to wheel and deal inside. He don't know anything about the outside. It might look like he do because he attend all these functions, but he don't know nothing about the outside. Because he's one of those. No, he's not an introvert, but he acts like one when you talk to him. But we sat there and we agreed to what we would do, and we knew that we had the votes to make sure that we stop Van because we knew he would do the wrong thing. Now, me and Jay Jones say, okay, we need a little bit more because Jay, the CCDC, we were all in CCDC. We said we need a little bit more. So we devised we're going to get Purdy also. We go to dinner with Purdy, meet his family, do all this here. Charlie, I brought him down there to meet you, to get your blessings, everything. We brought Purdy in. So we decided we're going to go help Purdy too. We're going to really have that stronghold. The only ones to be out there is Nick Palumbo because we didn't know where he is because he looked like the devil's child. So you don't never know where he at. And then you got Van. We knew Van wasn't going to do the. So we thought we had 7. We knew we had 6. We thought we'd have 7 when we bring Purdy on. So we met and we did all that. And then they crossed us. All of them crossed us. Purdy, Linda, and Dietrich. And if you go back and you watch Dietrich, Linda, and Alicia on For Us, By Us, or By Us, For Us,
correct.
On Alicia Miller Blakely show back then when there was the 3 of them, you would think that they were the most radical. Boom, baby. A bam, baby. What that thing was? Boom, baby. They used to, and Linda, I wish we're going to go and pull some of those there just so you can hear what Linda was talking about back then. And what she went to City Hall and did, she became the people that she was talking about.
Right.
She became the people that she was criticizing every day. She became the people who she claimed was taking money under the table and pats on the back and attending all these functions and doing what the establishment wanted them to do. She became that person.
Julius, you are telling nothing but the truth because you called me that same night from Bonds and said, where are you? And I said, I can't make it. And you were telling me who all was there at Bonds. I can remember as clear as a bell. You shared it with me. This guy, Julius Hall, is telling nothing but the truth. And then he brought a little short guy in. Nothing wrong with being short now. And said, this is Purdy from the 6th district. No, because I'm pretty tall. Shawn, I'm about 6'5.5", 6'6".
Okay, you 2 feet taller than me then.
Yeah, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking that red hat off and putting on that white hat. You look a whole lot better. It matched the shirt. Thank you, Julius Hall, for being passionate and telling it like it is. And Sonia, you know how that 5th district run used to live over there. And thank you. And again, we got to not talk about it. The voters need to know about it because you run up to some of them and they say, oh, they doing a great job. Ask them what have happened for them lately in their area.
Nothing. The news going to tell you, the news only going to tell you good news. They only going to, hey, the mayor announced this.
They're going to tell you only they're not going to criticize Van. This is the first time I've seen something like this happen. Because when the news is not being fair to the citizens of this county, because they only report what they want to, because they're not going to tell you anything bad that he's doing detrimental to any neighborhoods because they're with the establishment. The news is part of the establishment.
Exactly.
WJCL, WTOC, WSAV, Fox News, they're all part of the establishment. And Van works for the establishment. And he has his cronies that does what he tells them to do because they think that their job is to protect the mayor and the charter, which is, some asinine stuff that they think.
I know what media are not for that bull. That's the black media are not for that bull, okay? We're not.
Okay, John will be back from California tomorrow night. We're all going to sit down. Just Chuck, we need to plan out, sit down so we can have a coordinated campaign to change the city in the right direction. It's time for everybody to share in the economic pie here. I love the city. The city is booming. This is where I grew up. This is the city I love. If I'm away from home 4 days, then I need to get back home. I don't mind going on vacation, but I want to be back home. I know where home is. And so in order for us to change things, we got to be a collective body. We got to be able to collaborate and communicate on a level that is one voice for change, positive change, so everybody can be a piece of the economic wealth here. There's no sense in just one or two or three different families having generational wealth, and when everybody should be able to build that type of wealth also. But you just need a chance. You can't get a chance if the wrong people are in elected office and won't open the door. They won't put that leaf in the table. So if you can't sit to the table, if that leaf isn't there because those guys never got up, you can't get in the door because the door is still locked. So in order for us to open it, what we got to do, we got to be able to put the right people in office. And I guarantee you, we're gonna do it or die trying.
Thank you for sharing that. That's right. I like that lock door thing. I've never heard that before. When the lock was on the door, you said the door was locked, right?
If the door locked, you can't get in.
I like it, Julius.
The leaf ain't at,
I'm gonna have to give you
the table. You can't sit at it.
I'm gonna have to give you tonight not an A, but I'm gonna give you a B plus. You did good.
And Charlie, look at the city. The city is growing greatly. It is growing awesomely. It is a city for you to be proud of from where it used to be 40 years ago. It is growing great. It is a majority African American control, and it's great to see that the city still prospers and showing that we can do things that people think that we can't. But the thing is, when you have to be inclusive. You can't argue and fight and tell the establishment and white America that you're not diversifying. When you get in there, you don't diversify either. You don't do anything. You don't do anything for change. Well, you haven't appointed anybody except a few people to some free boards.
Julius, how about that stimulus? Julius, how about doing COVID, that stimulus money? That's a perfect example. Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
The money, number one black business got it in Savannah?
Yeah. That's out of 50. What do you say, Shaundra?
Say 49 other business got it, and one black got the stimulus money. That was wrong.
Yeah.
Van was in charge of that. That was wrong.
Yeah, he'll tell you that he wasn't in charge, but he directed it. Everybody knows that. He called and told them those were his people, his friends, places that he frequented downtown.
His contributors.
So
campaign sponsors.
That is part of what the problem is in this city. We don't have Unjust tonight, so we'll be going for our full hour and 57 minutes. We got 23 minutes left, and we have two subjects, and one of them is Hakeem Jeffries, first Black House leader ever. So if the Democrats take back over, Hakeem Jeffries will be the first Black to ever hold a position of House Speaker.
Right, which the House Speaker is next in line to the president after the vice president.
That's correct. Third most powerful person in the world.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It take two people to die first before.
Well, it could happen, Shawn. I'm just saying it's third in line.
I can't wait until there's a time in the United States. I'm not going to live to see it, but where we're not saying the first. The first.
I feel you.
You know, I mean,
I'm there.
shouldn't we be past that? If in England they done had women prime ministers and all of this type of stuff, shouldn't we be past the first black?
And we actually are. We actually are, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's the funny thing about it, because it's like we've been here and we're getting re-recognized, in my opinion. Like before there was presidents, I heard that we had 5 other leaders of the country. I don't know how true that is or whatever, but this was passed to me through masonry. You know what I mean? That we had 5 other leaders of the country before George Washington was even a president. You know.
Ask the history scholar, Jesus.
We got Herschel Jenkins in the house tonight. The high IQ people. How you doing, my brother?
He look like he's frozen. What's up,
Jamal?
He ain't frozen.
He ain't frozen?
No.
Boy, he can sit still and don't move. Man, I
he
can't
just-
do it if I can sit still like that.
I see the TV moving in the background, his glasses.
Yeah.
All right, yo, go ahead.
You know what? Don't come on here with your shenanigans.
He was frozen there.
Oh.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I was say, I don't know. I couldn't sit still like that. Let me see.
Yeah.
He does it real good.
But
let's see how Charlie, you doing good, Charlie.
But yeah, I just wish that it would be a day when we could just say, you know, Hakeem Jeffers or Shaundra Smith, she's gonna be, you know, the leader of whatever.
But,
you know.
But you're absolutely right. But what's happening? The country is like 200 and something years old, and that will be the first one of color like that. And that's significant. It should be known, because if you look at history, others might think it been others, and it hadn't been others. And that's the significance of it, Sonia, you know, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You follow me?
I mean,
because it's 200 and something
happy.
years.
Yeah.
Under this leadership, that's what it should say. Under this new regimen, or this new leadership, or this leadership, under this democracy, because it's not the first time a black man ever been in control, or the first, you know what I'm saying? I understand
speaker.
what you say.
The House Speaker.
Right. But it's not I understand exactly what you're saying, Shaundra. I totally agree. I'm sick of every time a black person accomplishes something, it's the first. First.
Or I mean, and they act like it's just so amazing. You
exactly.
know, but it's the fact that it's not the fact that
but no, it's not. I mean, it is amazing that we were put in a position like that or whatever. But like, for example, let's talk about, I mean, not to change the subject, but let's talk about people that didn't make it, sports, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know basketball players that make Michael Jordan look sick. You understand? But they never made it. You know what I'm saying? They never made it for certain circumstances. Either be, hey, they decided to have a kid and never went to college, or they decided to go to jail, or they decided to broke an ankle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They never made it. So,
Shawn, like I say, at the end of the day, the country is 200 and something years old, and there have never been a person of color since the democracy being a House Speaker, and that's the only thing I'm saying. So if you look in the history book, that's significant to saying a person of color becoming the House Speaker, if that do take place.
Yeah.
Brother Jamal, where you been at all day? Well, I know where you was. You was at a conference. You got anything you want to add to this conversation. I don't know whether you were listening on your way home or anything, and you wanted to add any commentary to anything that might have been said.
Boy, that's Herschel. That's Herschel B. Jenkins.
Herschel Walker V. Jenkins.
Oh
no! Oh, that's below the belt, there, boy.
I have had to come and join in on the greatest show on our Black Media Network. I had to come in, because we finished our show, and so I had to come on here. But I just want to say this: why Julius Hall so concerned about Savannah? You don't live in Savannah; you live in Port Warren. So leave Savannah alone, Julius Hall.
No.
I got a bunch of property in Savannah.
You don't live here, though.
Tell him your roots come out of West Savannah.
My whole family is there.
So many years there, he spent most of his life in West Savannah, which it is Savannah.
That's right. And I own several pieces of property in Savannah. So
you just a landlord. You're like Trump. That's all. You like Trump.
Oh, what a comparison! He's knocking
at Herschel, really. Herschel, this whole property in Georgia. He lives in
Jamal, why you so hard on Julius' name, man? Comparing him to Donald Trump, saying he live in Port Wentworth. Why are you so concerned about Savannah?
Because I was hearing stuff, and then he went and sent a message to Bernard Brown earlier that I could not say nothing to. So I he thought he got by. I just want to let him know.
What? I mean, hey, yeah. I hope our sister is doing good. I need to call. We'll call as soon as we hang up. We're praying for Sister Brown so we can make sure that she's okay. Bernard, if you listen and you listen to the show, give us a text and let us know how she's doing. She's in a car accident, so
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything is going good. Not on no other way.
Yeah. So we got one other subject, and this is the subject that I guess Jamal came on to see, and this is our last subject. Kanye is running for president of Kenya. Now, Shaundra, you had something to say about the meeting that Kanye went to with Trump the other night at dinner with a white, extreme racist, right-wing, extreme. What was he? A racist? Whatever he was.
Yeah, he's a racist. He's everything. Have y'all heard his real? This man checks every box of a racist, a misogynist,
what is his name though?
Fuentes.
Thank you. But how many times they call his name versus like Kanye's name is embedded in our head from the media versus this guy. It's like they're not repeating his name. They're not saying his name. You just said his name, and I'm writing it down now because it's like, what is his name again? Forgot the guy's name.
It is, I think it's Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, Fuentes, right. Mm-hmm, that's it.
But please look him up and look at some of his videos where he's saying, he outwardly uses the N-word and says that all we are is animals. Where we are animals, we need to be all locked up. And then he talks about, the Jewish people and saying, I'm a Christian and we don't need Jews here and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about he just goes all in. He says women don't need to vote.
Well, Shaundra, if Kanye, I have to take his black card away from him. I don't give a damn about Nick Fuentes. I my concern is more with who influences the black community, and that's Kanye. If Kanye went there with Trump and Fuentes, and he didn't slap the hell out of both of them, then Kanye is my problem, not Nick or not Trump. Kanye is my problem because he has too much influence over our young people for him to take a meeting like that, to go to dinner and sit down with these people who hate us.
He was the one that called for the meeting.
It don't matter who called the meeting.
Trump called the meeting.
It was a Trump
called the meeting.
It was a Trump house.
Trump, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I can't call the meeting for your house
right now. If Trump called a meeting for me to go to him right now, I'll go. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Can I say this? I'll say this and I'll be quiet.
Just so that he can, just so I can get into the mind of the maniac.
And listen, let me say this and I'll be quiet, okay? Number one, Nick, whatever his name, do it from his mama basement, okay? That's why he gets so much nerve, because he's dying in a cellar someplace. Nobody can get to him. And you don't have to listen to his podcast. Number two, Kanye, hurt Donald Trump feeling. He said, I want you to be my running mate. And Donald Trump told him, get the hell out of there. And don't forget, he owed $50 million to the tax people. Kanye do. And that's all I want to say. Money talk and bullshit walk. And that's why he's doing what he's doing.
How does he owe $50 million to the taxpayers? How does Kanye?
Evidently, he wasn't paying his taxes properly.
Well, if he hanging with Trump, he ain't got to pay his taxes.
I mean, like, how much does Trump owe?
They're getting that now.
I'm gonna say this right here. When it comes to Kanye, I apologize. But I can't just beat this. I can't watch everybody beat the brother down. You know what I'm saying? I can't watch everybody.
Well, he would sit back and watch them hang you, so you don't want nobody to beat him down.
I don't know that though.
I know it. He would sit back and if he can go to listen, man, brother, you too smart to not know that this man will sit back and watch them hang you. He didn't start complaining about everything they were doing to him until they start. Doing to us until they start doing it to him. Jamal, what you was about to say?
Well, to share this, and it's going back in time, and Charlie knows this person right here, and some other people in the audience know J.B. Stoner. J.B. Stoner will come on the air, ran for governor of Georgia and other positions here in the state of Georgia, and he could come on there and he would say the N-word, and in fact, the cases even go through the court system saying that he's allowed, excuse me, to do that. J.B. Stoner was avidly racist right here in Georgia and put it out there. Now, just like now to go with regards to Uncle Shawn, that and with you, Julius, with regards to this, Kanye, Julius, I'll say you're correct. I take the position to like how he made excuses about what happened to George Floyd. When he did that, then Kanye would sit on the side and watch people lynch all of us, and then he would make excuses for them. He's an apologist. And that's the dangerous thing, that when you got black people who apologize for the racism that is inflicted upon other black people.
Candace Jones.
J.B. Stoner used to run the Thunderbolt magazine or the newspaper. The Thunderbolt, the most dangerous magazine across the state of Georgia.
But my thought is that they're holding, the Jewish people, they're holding Kyrie Irving hostage, and ain't nobody saying nothing to Trump. He had a whole dinner, meet and greet, whatever, lied, saying, oh, I didn't know who was coming to dinner, when everybody in America know that anytime a president or ex-president who has Secret Service
That's
go
right.
anywhere, or if somebody is coming into their area, you know everything about them, including the drawers they mama had on the night she conceived.
Exactly.
They vet everyone like that. That's correct.
That's right.
So to say he didn't know who he was, what he stood for, or whatever, that's my final answer. Okay.
Right. I got
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
I would go and say, remember when
I'm
Kanye
just-
said slavery was a choice? Kanye said slavery was a choice. Now, I do get what he was saying about that, but he's so wrong for saying
I don't explain it.
that he said it. He's saying that it was we outnumbered them and we could have taken over and took control, but they had weapons, so they put the fear that they had you in chains and they had the fear of shooting that bullet. We didn't have guns over there. They invented the gun now, you know.
We had spices. And
So-
boy, if I could get in all their head back then, I'd have said poison each and every one of them back then.
Yeah, see, so
Poison.
So Donald Trump can call me tomorrow and ask me to come sit with. I want to talk Donald Trump. What the hell I want to talk Donald Trump for?
I'd have go.
He has no value in this world that Donald Trump can give me. None.
Nothing.
There's nothing I want to hear him say. What could I do to want to hear Donald Trump? I mean, what could he tell me that's going to be beneficial to my life?
I want to know why he held all the I want to see what his real excuse was for holding.
Well, you think he's going to tell you the truth about something?
No, even when he tells a lie, I hear the truth on why he kept all of them documents.
Oh, child, please.
No, I'm concerned about that because of the simple fact that I'm like literally, I did 23 years in the military and I've been around secret and top secret and all that other stuff. And I honestly, I'm concerned about that. Like, and now he's at a point now, like literally his wife is Russian. She doesn't even speak good English. And still, you know what I'm saying? This man had top secret documents at his house, at his home. How much danger are we in as American citizens? How much does he really care about America?
Well, that's what, Shawn, that's what Julius is saying now. It's nothing he could say to him that give him value for Julius. And Donald Trump is not to be trusted, and he's using those documents probably if he need them as a bargaining chip because he's that kind of person.
Yes. And Shawn, do you know what I did before I started working where I work now? I worked in another part of government, and I was the person that did the vetting for people to get their top secret clearances.
Wow.
And I might have came across your desk thing.
Yes. So, and
she froze.
Look at her mouth still open, so let her go.
She might be practicing what Jamal does.
All right, so Julius, Jamal, y'all pick up, which because she frozen for now.
Yeah, I think absolutely that that Trump is not our friend,
No.
and people who go along with him, they're basically engaging in the betrayal against their own kind. And we know that we've been told that we know that there are people who always go against their own kind, and that's just something that's just real. They can try to pretty it up because they get a few crumbs off the table, and they think they're better than the rest of us because we choose not to play the game like them, and they think that they're smarter because they do that. But then what will happen? They either will begin to experience some of the fire, or some of their children will go and experience some of the fire, or their children's children are going to experience some of the fire.
Yeah.
You could look at his administration. He only basically had two black people. He had Dr. Ben Carson and the Attorney General, but the Attorney General really not a part of the administration. He had no other black person in his administration.
Well,
he didn't have another black person. If it is, name the person.
He had
anesthesia or something.
Omarosa was
Omarosa, that's it.
But she wasn't a part of the administration, that aspect of it. Right. And he got rid of her when she took her wedding party up there to take pictures. That was the last picture she took.
And then anybody that knows, white or black, that mess with Trump knows that you get burnt in the end messing with Trump. And Steve Harvey went to the White House, but thinking that he wanted to do just what you wanted to do, Uncle Shawn. He wanted to listen and see what Trump had to say. You don't need to go to no White House and listen to what Trump said. If Trump call you, you need to. If you go in there to do anything, you need to be going there to kick him in his butt. What you said, Jamal?
With regards to when these people again don't have our best interests, and we gotta be real about that. We gotta be real. We gotta stop making excuses for all of them who do that betrayal to us. And it's absolutely dangerous for us. And again, they are going to cause all of us to experience pain. And we need to address it. And we need to address them. We can't lighten up on them because they're going to, and it's not just young people misleading people. It's older people too. It's the whole entire gamut of people.
I agree.
And you are correct, Jamal, because the former president put us in jeopardy while he was in office, before he even took office, because half of his cabinet never went through the vetting process.
That's correct.
They had access to all that top secret level stuff, and half of them had no top secret clearances.
Wow.
His son-in-law never got it. His son-in-law never got it.
Exactly.
Look up in the corner,
and that's probably why he's
look up in the
one
corner,
of the ones that voted.
Oh, it's almost time. Got it.
Look up in the corner. When y'all see that hit 156, y'all need to be real sharp. Look up in the corner always. When they hit 156,
all I'm gonna say is good night. I like to see some changes being made. Just stay away from Kanye and all that bull, because we don't need to follow him. Thank you guys tonight. Good show.
Share. We'll see y'all tomorrow with the rest of our Thursday shows, about 5 of them. Good night, everybody.
All right, y'all.
And be safe out there, please.
I like that.